trust we are doing great. Today is another day. The Trade Wars. You know what we do, you know what to talk about. Trade Wars is all about bringing experts to give you insights in regards to their own journey, how they've been grown by the market, and we also want you to learn about everything regarding the global financial market. We bring in the studio our very, very good friend over here, and also our lovely guest. We want him to introduce himself so that we can get to learn from his own experience and how to go about it. Remember, the subject is, why do many traders fail in the global financial market? My brother,
yes,
welcome to the show. Please
thank you so much.
Tell the viewers your name.
Thank you so much, Bwana Ken.
Yes.
And feel so privileged to be here today and also to discuss more about Forex and how we always fail in the global market. I'll start with my name. I'm Jacob Awili. I'm a certified public accountant. And I've been in this business for quite a long time. Roughly 7 years I've been in this market, and I've learned a lot in it, ups and downs, because in the Forex market, this is where the money is, and this is where also losses are.
Okay.
So, thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Now, my brother, Awili, why do traders fail in the market? I want you to answer this question based on your own personal experience. So what I want you to do as of now is tell us, how did you discover that Forex is what you want to do, and how has that helped your life, and to where you are right now?
Yes.
What were the things that you were able to fight to be able to stay afloat as far as trading the global financial market is concerned?
Yes, Forex journey is something that we all have, and we can also talk about it. The journey has not been easy. When I was starting Forex, I met somebody on Facebook. He was a South African, because South Africa had, by that time, they had more guys who were doing Forex than any other African countries. So I contacted this guy, and he tried to teach me more about Forex. What he did is just introduction to Forex, and the rest of what entails in the Forex market, that's something that I did myself. Did research, watched YouTube videos, and what made me to get into this business is because I wanted I wanted freedom. I wanted something that I can do anytime, anywhere, without pressure from working at work or somewhere. So, and also I knew that in the Forex market, it is a genuine business as long as you get a genuine company to work with. So having a freedom was one of the best way that enticed me to join this business.
Okay.
Another thing is, I can say that it was easy business. It was easy to do. As long as you have the knowledge, it is something that very easy. And last but not least, this is a very big business. Forex is a very big business, because currently what is being traded in 24 hours is something like $7 billion. If I can get a share of that money, it is something that can sustain me or can sustain any other trader in this business.
I see. You've mentioned something very important,
Yeah.
and for the sake of our viewer at home, these are people who maybe some want to start. Unajua kuna mtu ambaye alianza then manzi amepoteza do pale. Now, you've mentioned something regarding freedom.
Yes.
We know freedom is what many people are looking for, not only in Forex but also other areas, or basically any other business that they want to do. You've talked about what they are pursuing, that is the freedom.
Yes.
How did you, are there sort of challenges that you had faced as you are seeking this freedom? Because this freedom you're talking about, Is it 100% guaranteed? And if yes, what is the best process to attain that freedom? Is the freedom a thorn that you have to step on before you get it? Or is it a freedom that is gonna be a straight through pass? Ni kama tu kupanda stairs na hakuna kuanguka. I hope you're getting what I mean.
Yes, yes.
So based on your own experience, how did you attain this freedom? Did it come with any thorns? Kuanguka mahali, vitu kama hizo ama?
Yes, Bwana Ken, Forex journey is not an easy way out, or I can say it's not a walk in the park.
Okay.
It has challenges, it has ups and downs, and the graph is not a straight line climbing up. There must be zigzag, up, down, and that's even how the market in the Forex market looks like. It is up, down, up, down. So the best thing is to get the knowledge.
Get the knowledge, okay.
Have the knowledge. You can have the capital, but you don't have the knowledge, so it's still a waste of time. But if you have the knowledge, the Forex knowledge, it is now easier to invest in your capital and start trading. And the best thing I can advise is always trade by yourself. Don't give somebody else to trade on your behalf. Okay. Always trade by yourself. So meaning that
I'll also come with another question from that.
Yeah. So always get the knowledge.
Okay.
Yes.
Hii knowledge tunaongelelea. Watu wengi wanatafuta hii knowledge, hata wanaweza enda kwa YouTube. Wanatafuta knowledge kwa YouTube.
Yeah.
Wanaweza kuwa wanaenda katika areas to get this knowledge, but still wanapoteza pesa. To your own experience, what are the reason as to why traders lose money or fail in the global financial market?
That's good questions. Now let's come back to the topic again. Forex trading, it offers a very okay, I can say the best opportunity to make money.
Okay. But
it has challenges, and one of the challenges is high volatility. This market is not easy if you haven't even understand what is volatility is, because the prices keep on changing every seconds, and there's other factors that makes it to change. So this can be geopolitics or even other news like interest rates. So this ones makes the market so volatile. And this is where you can make 1 million in 1 second, and this is also where you can lose 1 million in 1 second.
Okay.
So high volatility is one of them. Another thing is leverage. Leverage.
Okay.
So if we have brokers that Forex brokers that gives higher leverages, others give low leverages.
Okay.
If you have higher leverage, it is easier for you to lose your money.
Okay.
Yes. And another thing is also on leverage. If I can say that if you don't know how to work around with the leverage, it's also not easy to make money with it.
Okay.
Because you can have like 1 to unlimited, like other brokers give you, or even 1 to 2,000. In Kenya here we have a regulation that the highest leverage is 1 to 400.
Okay.
So if you have like 1 to 2,000, it might cheat you that you have an opportunity to even buy more or sell more.
Okay.
But not knowing that your margin is too little to hold all that trade with that higher leverage.
Okay.
Another thing we can talk about is market noise. You see, Trump, if we talk about, let's say, Trump like making so many tweets.
Yeah.
Each tweet, because you know Trump is a businessman.
Yeah.
Each tweet has an effect in this market.
Okay.
If we say today that we are going to, let's say we are going to like trade, how do we call them? These are the most recent one is the trade tariffs.
Okay.
We are going to increase tariffs with China or what. you feel whatever is always listening to these noises are the prices. So the prices will be jumping up, down, and you can lose money when that happens. Another thing is taking revenge. Let's say you are trading and you've already lost. Let's say you had $1,000 capital and you have lost $500. Now you want to say that I want to recover this $500. The same day you lost the $500. This means that you are now doing a revenge. You want to recover what you have lost.
Yeah.
And the more you do the revenge,
go to the village.
The more you move from the city back to the village, as you have said it. So I can say that those are some of the reasons. Another thing we can also talk about brokers. You see, brokers, some are genuine, some are not. So you need to choose your broker wisely. The most you have to check on the regulations. And also you must also
I think we'll come on the broker side, because I think that's a topic by itself. Now you also mentioned something very important. Umeongelea geopolitical events.
Yes.
You've also spoke about Trump tweets. You've also spoke about leverage. Sasa, I am a new trader. I want to make money in this business. Does that mean, first of all, I have to be on Twitter, now that you've mentioned Trump tweet? The other thing regarding this leverage, what is a preferred leverage for a trader who wouldn't want to lose much but still want to be a participant in the market as they are learning? Definitely even losing, I believe, is a learning curve. But with the right guidance, the losings can be quite minimal. Then let's come to the geopolitical. When we talk about the geopolitical, do we mean that this retail trader or our viewer at home must always be up to date with the news events? Does that mean there's a certain website that I should be looking at? Ama tu mimi naweza kuwa na trade with no worry about the Trump tweet, with no worry about geopoliticals, and also my only worry being the leverage. And if my worry is leverage, then I'll want to understand what should be the best leverage appropriate for a beginner. Let's start with the geopolitical. We go to the tweets, and then you tell me about the leverage again, for the sake of our viewer, someone who also wants to tap into this new frequency. Yes.
So for a beginner, you need to, let's say you need first of all to specialize on the type of currencies or pairs that you want to trade on. There are 1,000 of them, but at least you need to select which one do you think is more tradable. An example is Euro USD or gold. So as a beginner, let's say you have specialized in Euro USD, because any currency, whether you trade all of them or just one, you can make a profit or you can make a loss. So let's say you have to select Euro USD. Another thing you need to check on the Euro USD. Euro is in Europe, USD is in America. So you need to know what is happening in America. And also you need to know what is happening in Europe. You need to be learning. Learning is a continuous process. You need to know who is the president of the United States of America. You need to know who handles the federal government, or how do we call it, the likes of Joe Powell. You need to know the central governor. These are people you need to know. You need to read about them.
You've heard. Do your homework. You have to know that.
If you are in Europe, you also need to know the European president. You also need to know the ECB president, like the Lagarde, and the president is also a lady. So these people, because when they speak, the market listens. So that one you have just specialized in Euro USD. If you want to specialize in South Africa Rand and USD, you need to know who is the president of South Africa and who is the central government governor of South Africa. I don't know. But I know the president. If you want to trade gold, like that? If you want to trade gold also, you need to know
the founder of gold.
No, really. You need to know which countries really makes the gold prices to move. And one of them is USA, Russia, China, and even Europe. So you need to know these places, even if you have not gone to such places, but you need to know even their locations. You can point that way is America, this way is South Africa. So you need to learn. Another thing on news, you also need to know, if you are using a broker, they always have these news updates and the time they are going to occur. Lazima ujue at what time does the interest rate for the US dollar is going to be released, and by who. Yeah, so at that particular time, know that the broker is also going to increase the spread. The market is going to be volatile. So as a beginner, you need to know these things. There is no shortcut. Another thing that the leverage for a beginner, always go for a lower leverage. It is more protective of your capital. And I know because as a beginner, you will also test the market with a smaller capital. So always go for lower leverage.
What can you advise the viewer as the best leverage for a beginner?
The best leverage is below 1 to 500 is good for a beginner.
And how about the capital? Can that service with the capital they have? Example, mtu pale ni mave viewer, wetu ambao uko na ngapi? Maybe uko na $20. If this person has $20,
yes,
can that leverage service for them?
Yeah, for a $20 with 1 to 500, you can use a lot size of 0.01. But I always say that the bigger the capital, the better. Let's say you want to buy a car, you want to build a house, you want to live a good life. Can $20 capital do this?
No,
you are going to pressure this $20 to give you $10,000 profit. And you know the outcome of what will happen with a $20 account. Give it pressure. You want to make $10,000 profit out of $20. Exactly, you are going to make a loss. And that one we always call is over trading, which is also another risk that we face as traders. Over trading. Yes.
I see. I love for something else, my brother. Thank you very much for that. Yes. Viewers, I hope you're learning something from our brother over here. I hope you're taking notes so that you don't make mistakes whenever you're trading. Remember, this show is all about bringing you experts, some people who have lived with this market, have experienced this market, and they also want you to become the best. Hakuna kwenda nyumbani sasa hivi, no going back to the village. It's time for you to learn the ways of the market. My good brother, you spoke about spread. So unajua kuna zile terminology umetumia yenye maybe ni wewe peke yako unazijua. Ule kaka pale ni anataka hata juu forex trading ni nini, ashasikia jina lingine, Legard ako pale ndani, ashasikia Tipawel ako pale ndani, anashinda watu ni watu gani bana hata you understand
Yes,
so for this beginner, now let's be more layman way. Use yourself as an example when you're starting. As a beginner, what is a simple understanding of forex trading? What is basically forex trading? Do you know there is more currency someone can trade? You also gave out an example of Euro USD, USD ZAR, and so on and so forth. So kwa ule beginner ko pale, ndio tumeshamwambia Euro ni ya Europa, USD ni ya America. Huyu beginner sasa anataka kujua what is forex trading? In simple words, unaweza kumwambia forex trading ni nini based on your own way of understanding the market.
So forex trading is basically buying and selling of currencies, and it is done online. When we talked about freedom, is that this forex trading, buying and selling currencies, it is something that you can do at the comfort of your house, at work, even if you're working for someone, even but not in church. In church you only open verses, so you can trade these as long as you have internet, smartphone or laptop, and capital. And last but not least is You have the
The
knowledge.
knowledge. Okay.
So you can trade anywhere. So this is basically buying and selling currencies online. You don't need to open a shop for it, like the Forex Bureau. I know normally people confuse Forex trading and Forex Bureau. Yeah, I remember we were being asked in one of our offices, now that you are doing Forex trading, you need a license for money exchange, and we told them that we are not exchanging any money.
Okay.
We are just trading in the in the online
Virtual
platform.
market,
This
okay.
is a virtual over the counter. Is not that way. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is where you buy and sell currencies. Yeah.
I see. Brother Willie, you've said a lot. We're going to take a small break so that when you come back, you get to expound more. Tell us about the broker. Tell us about more again regarding why, or have you ever blown an account before? So you will give us all that.
Yeah.
Wonderful patrons. This again is Trade Wars, where we bring you experts who are going to mentor you, make you become a better trader. If you want to participate on this show, please contact the numbers below. Let us listen on what you want to say, or if you want to be part of a guest, then please reach out to us and we are going to host you. Thank you very much. Welcome back, viewer. I hope you've learned a lot, and as we brought you a guest, Willie, our market strategist, he's here to tell us more about his own journey and why many traders fail in the global financial market. Remember, the topic today is why do traders fail in the market? Mr. Willie,
Yes.
welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Now let's talk about the spread again. What is spread? You had mentioned it earlier on regarding traders understanding what spread is. So tell us, what is spread?
So thank you, Ken. Spread is the difference between the buying price and the selling price.
Okay.
So I don't want to confuse the beginners.
Okay.
Yeah, when you want to buy something, there is a price on it. When you want to sell something, there is also a price on it.
Okay.
So in the Forex market, we have buying price and the selling price. And the difference between the two, we sometimes confuse it as a profit but we call it a spread.
Spread, okay.
So this is how brokers make money. They make money through spreads because they're also in business. So when you place a trade, that difference between the buying price and the selling price is what goes to them.
I see.
Yeah, that's basically about spread. Yeah.
I see. Lovely. Thank you very much for that clarification. Again, some question regarding the beginner. You had also mentioned regarding choosing a right broker, and that's a very, very good note that I've noted. I want to know, what are the key principles that I should have to be able to know that I'm choosing the right broker?
Yes. A broker, we are not talking about land brokers or any other broker, but in the Forex term, we are talking about Forex brokers. These are companies that offers the Forex services. As an individual or as a beginner, you cannot just get into this market without a Forex broker. The Forex broker will give you a platform where you will be able to open an account, a trading account. This is where you will also be funding your account and also withdrawing it.
Okay.
So you can only do that through a Forex broker.
Okay.
So going back to your question, there are some factors that you need to consider when selecting a good broker. We have thousands of Forex brokers.
Okay.
Some are legit, some are not. To know whether a Forex broker is legit, you need to check on the regulations. Is the Forex broker regulated? and in which country. We have offshore brokers, and also we have brokers within the country. So you need to check the regulations. If they are offshore, are they regulated by, like one of the best regulators is SISEC. This is in Cyprus. Are they regulated in UK? That is the FCA. Are they regulated in Seychelles? So you check on the regulation. If you find a broker is not regulated in those big countries, then you know that this broker is not legit. You can also do more research on what are their spreads. Are their spreads too high? Because if the spread is too high, what you are going to get as a profit will also be minimum. Do they charge any other fees like swap fee? There are brokers that if you leave a trade to stay overnight, they will charge you a fee of swap fee. The swap fee is high. Another thing also you need to consider is the commissions. Do these brokers charge you commissions? There are some brokers that have so many types of accounts. Some they call it spread accounts. Some are zero spread accounts. So you need to check. The spread accounts, they won't charge you any commissions, and the zero spread, it means that the price between the bid or ask, I've used another term, or buy and selling price, it is zero. They are the same. So you realize that this, or they call them ECN accounts. This kind of accounts, you find a broker is charging commission. Are the commissions high or low? So there are so many factors you need to consider.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Thank you very much. You've really embroidered it very, very well.
Yes.
I hope our viewer have also understood that. Another key thing that I would want to also ask you here, you see, people outside there are losing money. People outside there are losing faith. People outside there are losing friends. From your own experience, umepoteza pesa kwa hii market kweli? Ushapoteza pesa?
It will be wrong if I say no.
Okay.
Yes.
So how many accounts have you blown before?
I've blown several accounts.
Okay.
As a Forex trader, we call them Forex fees.
Okay.
Or educational fees. Okay. If you blow account,
That
that one is a learning fee.
A learning fee.
Because the more practice makes perfect. You can't be perfect by just making profits. Okay. There must be losses. So I've made losses, quite big ones, and also I've made profits.
What was your hack that made you now at least stay afloat?
You need to have like some can call it a strategy.
Okay.
For me, I can call it the easy way out.
Okay.
Or in our language, we call it atonga mayote miyumbokot. I don't know how you can translate that to the viewer.
Okay.
The easiest basket, or you can escape the rain with the easiest basket.
Okay.
If the basket is heavy, you won't be able to escape the rain when it is pouring. Yeah?
Yeah.
So you have to have easy way out. You need to learn how the market is and come up with the best way you can make profit and not losses. Because Forex market is like any other business. There is a profit and there is a loss.
Okay.
So you have to minimize your losses and also maximize your profits. So that is the only way out.
Okay.
Yeah.
My brother, I'm coming back again for last, as we are about to conclude. We still have some few minutes here. Yeah. My worry is our beginners. That viewer outside there. We usually get so many reactions and someone saying, I want to become a Forex trader. Do I have to have gone to the university to understand politics, to understand internal relation, to understand economics for me to be able to be a good trader? That's one question. I want to just ask you two questions as we give us your final roundup. The other one is, what should be the best capital for a beginner to have? our viewer outside there, what is the best capital? For our pro traders, for them to maintain consistency, not to go back in the village, not to lose money in the market, based on your own personal experience, what is the best way to be able to do that? Yes, you've talked about a strategy, but which one is working? You understand?
Yeah.
So please, you can help me answer those two questions as we round it up.
I can start with the last one.
Yes.
Where how much capital can you have for a beginner? Basically, I cannot talk about money form as a as a form of capital, but what I can say is at least have enough money that can hold volatility.
Okay.
If you have $20 that you want to use as a beginner, and you know that this market is highly volatile, it means that $20 cannot hold that volatility. So at least have a good capital, not something below $100. Have something below above $100. That one can, and then you will use the risk management. That one can make you some bucks, and it can also help you to curb this volatility in the market. For a pro knows what to do. And the other thing is, do I need to go to school to learn all these university? What I can say that Forex trading can be done by any other person as long as you are over 18 years old. Okay. You have an ID. You have an ID, yes. As long as you are of good age of over 18, you can start learning Forex. You don't need to be someone who has done business administration or BCom or be a certified public accountant like me. No. Even doctors can, even if you are already a doctor, you can still learn Forex trading. Even if you are a musician, you can still learn Forex trading. Or even if you are just a mom at home, you can still learn Forex trading. So it is a very big field for everyone. Everyone can learn it, and everyone can make losses and also profits.
Wonderful.
Yes.
That is well articulated. Mr. Willie,
yes,
it was our pleasure hosting you, and we're looking forward to having you on our next segment. Wonderful viewer at home, thank you very much for giving us your listening ear. Remember, this is Trade Wars, where we bring you the real traders, those that have walked the walk, so that you get to learn, you get to become the best. If you want to participate in this show, please contact the details below. Make sure you reach out to us, email us, call us, and we are going to host you, and we are going to make sure that you learn a lot. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye-bye all.